Roll call, please, Pat.
Lori Musser. Here. Dr. Joseph.
Here.
Dr. Ford.
Present.
Brent Jordan.
Present.
Deborah Gould.
Here.
Sheriff Jamont.
Here, thank you. Would you all please join me in the pledge? Sorry. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board members, have you not had an opportunity to review your agendas? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Doctor. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Lori. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the agenda as presented. Please vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. That brings us to our reports. Some celebrations tonight. We're going to start with a biggie here. Dr. Shaketa, our superintendent, our assistant superintendent of operations, was honored with the Excellence in Education Award by Cognia at their annual conference in Chicago for his work with the nonprofit Continuous Improvement Organization. Cognia conducts rigorous on-site reviews of educational institutions and provides resources, tools, and support to education leaders to ensure all learners realize their full potential. Dr. Saketa was also recognized at the Southwest Center for Educational Excellence at the 22nd Annual Celebration of Schools with the District Outstanding Achievement Award for his work with Cognia. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Saketa. You're awesome, and I'm sorry I don't have a tie. Please, two. Really a super deal. Thank you, Doctor. Friends of Education. G&S Graphics was recognized as Joplin School's Friend of Education at this year's Southwest Center for Educational Excellence Celebration of Schools. G&S Graphics designed shirts in honor of Caden Roberts' Day, so classmates and the community could wear them to pay their respects after his tragic passing. G&S sold the shirts at cost and worked extended hours to meet the demand. Owner Gabe Allen and his staff are also mentoring a class at South Middle School that has started a screen printing business called Eagle Threads. Joplin Schools and Southwest Center of Education Excellence honors G&S Graphics leadership in support of education in Southwest Missouri. I want everybody to know that we have a nice plaque up here for them, and I want you to know that they were supposed to be here tonight, but they can't be because they're making more shirts. And it's really killer, so I want to applaud them.
For a very special reason.
They're making more shirts in honor of Caden Roberts' Day to make sure that they've got enough T-shirts to show support for he and his family. Very humbling stuff.
At
At the state finals. That's a totally different deal. It isn't, but it is. We really appreciate this, and obviously our hearts go out to Caden's family.
Yes.
Next, Misha Class 2 state winning championships. Boy, we got some swimmers in the room tonight.
Yes,
Joplin
awesome.
Schools Board of Education administrative team are honored to recognize Alex Crawford, Joplin High School senior state champion in the 100-meter freestyle. Alex also finished second in the 100-meter breaststroke. Alex, you got to pick it up, buddy. Can't win them all, I guess. I'll tell you, that's amazing stuff. And then we also have Joplin, Zane Reevely, Zane Newman, John Glenn, and Ben Wardlow, who placed 8th in the 200-meter freestyle relay team. Congratulations, swimmers. We've got some certificates we'd like to John Zane Newman. Great job, Zane. Ben Wardlow. Got there for you. Jacob, I'm
Did
sorry.
we miss one? Jacob?
You're the ARP alternate.
Well,
We usually am on other relays.
Okay,
So,
well, send us an email reminder and we'll get something.
you want the
here
superintendent
too.
on one side.
All right, there's Zane.
Is there other ones?
Congratulations.
Here's the other one.
Oh,
Oh, there's one.
Oh,
Just in
We're ready.
time. Just in
Party can start now, Zane's here.
whoa, throwing stuff at you. Great job, guys. Congratulations. That brings us to The Great Gatsby. The Joplin High School Theater Department presented a stage adaptation of F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby in the Joplin High School Black Box Theater. Students artfully portrayed the famed mysterious love story and social commentary on American life in the Roaring '20s. Great job, Great Gatsby performers. Cecil Floyd Elementary student Jack Delman will represent Joplin schools in the first Missouri All-State Children's Honor Choir. This choir is made up of the 174th and 5th graders in Missouri that were selected from audition recordings. The choir's inaugural performance will be held in January 2020 in Osage Beach, Missouri. Congratulations to Jack Delman and Autumn Shirley. Great job, guys, for singing. Ready to roll, the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce was successful in its community effort to rally local businesses and individuals to raise the funds needed to bring the All Kids Bike program to kindergarten students in the district. The check presentation and announcement was made at an assembly at Cecil Floyd Elementary, where students were delighted by the news and bicycle stunt riders. Cool stuff. He is upside down. Yikes. Veterans Day essay winners. The Joplin Globe invited students in grades 7 through 12 to write essays addressing the prompt, "Freedom isn't free, but it isn't only won through combat." Veterans are also behind the scenes to keep improving the safety of our country, even if you don't plan to fight on the front lines. Why is your help important? Joplin schools had the following winners. First place, Alexander Carson. Her teacher is Heather Van Otterloo. She's at South Middle School in 8th grade. Her essay was honoring our veterans, "How Can I Help My Country?" Second place was Kiki Tom. Her teacher also is Heather Van Otterloo, South Middle School, 8th grade. Her essay is honoring our veterans. And third place was Alicia Spearing. Hope I'm not mispronouncing Alicia's name. Teacher is Emily Wade, North Middle School, 8th grade. Her essay is supporting the soldiers who fight for freedom. Great job, folks. Next, we go to Jett TV, and as I told Brad earlier, I wanted to mention that when I sat in a meeting of the Joplin Schools Foundation, I had a member of that group look at me and tell me to tell the Jett TV folks what a great job they're doing in our community. These folks are producing really high-quality productions, is what they are. A lot of people are watching our football team at home through some of their work. And tonight we're going to get to see a few videos. Dr. G's birthday surprise is our first. It's produced by Alyssa Beasley, Jack Carey, and Chase Coleman, who are Joplin High School seniors.
actually cares about the students. He's the nicest principal. He loves everyone. Shows how much he cares for the whole school. And he does it down the daily, so he really cares. And he's got such a funny attitude that makes everyone feel welcome. And it's just nice.
Because he's chill.
In like the football games, he comes out, he uses the crowd, he's out there on the sidelines cheering us on. It's really good, like he builds spirit, it's awesome. Super positive, and he gets involved with the school. He loves his students, and he loves his job.
Dr. G was at South, and I had him for a little bit, and he's just a really good principal, and treated him really nice.
Because this is going to be the greatest school year of my entire life, the greatest year of my life. He's involved with the school, and he really knows how to set like the vibe and everything. And I think he just brings happiness to the kids, like unlike some past principals have.
He's very outgoing, and he knows how to handle things.
Well, he's just nice, and I have him South, and he's just a cool teacher.
Because I had him in middle school, and he's a cool guy.
He's kind of like a good guy overall. He really cares about the school, and I think that's what makes him a good principal overall.
He's kind to his students, and he'll do anything for them as well.
Oh, I just think he's a really friendly guy. Really knows how to interact with the kids and the staff very well.
I love Dr. G's energy. I love his passion for kids. He's been a great mentor for myself and for the rest of the staff. And I just think he brings an energy that everybody can feel.
Dr. G plays, listen here, cowboy.
Giddy up.
This is the best high school in the world.
Right on.
We're the best high school in the nation, so rock on, Eagles.
JHS, the best school in the galaxy.
Well, this high school is going to be the best one in the nation.
This is going to be the greatest year of my life. My favorite Dr. G quote is when we're talking and he'll stop me and says, think about that this.
Yeah.
He does it all the time. It makes me laugh every time.
Stay classy, Joplin High School. Right on.
This is the greatest school in the universe.
For 60? No, it looks like he's 40.
Dr. G does not look 6 feet tall.
No, I don't think he looks 60.
Definitely not, man. Dr. G looks like he's one day with 30.
Yeah,
Probably 30 years old in a day.
definitely not. My man looks like 25, 30, maybe 35, maybe 35.
No, he looks 40.
No, he's probably in his 20s. No, not at all. Maybe 40.
No, you don't look 60.
47. Yeah,
No, but he's cool. I think he's got that sweet hair going on. I think that helps him out. He's got that great hairline going on.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
I love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dr. G. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. G. Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Happy birthday, Dr. G.
Thank you. The next production is a Joplin police officer, a graduate from Joplin High School. This is produced by Nathan Goswick, Joplin High School junior.
My name is Tyler Christensen. I graduated from Joplin High School in 1999. I'm a corporal with the Joplin Police Department. I'm in charge of the SIU, which is the Special Investigations Unit. We do a lot of surveillance, plainclothes activity at nighttime. We are responsible for reacting to trouble spots in the city. When there's an area that gets a lot of citizen complaints or there's narcotic activity, we get assigned that area. And we also work with the FBI, ATF, and U.S. Marshals. When I enlisted in the Army, my senior year of high school, that was probably one of my favorite memories. That was on December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. I was awarded the Bronze Star in the Army for my service in Iraq and in Afghanistan. I'm proud of that. It definitely shaped who I am today as a person being in the military. I love America. I devoted almost half my life to serving my country. And I think that's important. I started at the Joplin Police Department in September of 2008, so I've been in law enforcement for just over 11 years. Probably the most gratifying thing about my job would be when I legitimately get to interact with people that we have either removed a violent person from the neighborhood or we have shut down a meth lab or a drug house in the neighborhood. And we get to come back, we follow up, so we get to speak with those people and you get just legitimate and genuine thank yous. One of the most gratifying things about the job is just those little moments like that when you actually get to see people after you've helped them. It's just a big deal to me to be able to say that I grew up in Joplin, I graduated from Joplin High School, and I get to also help protect Joplin. So, and we have several like that at the department.
Excellent. And our last is McKinley Kids, and they're going to tell us what they're thankful for in this season of Thanksgiving.
Instead we had nachos. Not sour. I would replace turkey with candy instead of turkey. Turkey is awful and I wish they would replace it with fried chicken because fried chicken has a better crunch to it. My place I wish I had burritos instead of turkey. Not having turkey having pepperoni. At my house, we have jalapeno poppers instead. We have turkey too. I don't like turkey because it tastes gross and smells bad. I hate turkey because it's so rough and it just tastes burnt. I don't like turkey because it tastes like raw meat. We don't eat turkey at my house. We eat chicken and mac and cheese. My dad is not a very good cook because he cooks it wrong and he puts the peanut butter in the jelly container and the jelly in the peanut butter. My dad's a bad cook because he'll burn the house down because he's really not good. If Dad cooked Thanksgiving dinner, he probably ruined it. And she always cooks the family food. My mom's a better cook because my dad, he burns everything he cooks. Happy Thanksgiving! Not sour.
Fantastic. You can see all the production work that's going on at Jett and we appreciate their contributions to our entertainment this evening. So thank you all very much. That brings us to the Board of Education Policy Committee. Does Brent or Deborah have a report?
Sure. We met on November 6th. We originally had 5 policies. We're bringing 4 before you tonight for first reading. If you look at the bottom of the agenda, I can just briefly go over those. But the policy EHBC, data governance and security, is a policy. It's basically renamed. It was expanded in response to the cybersecurity audits from our state auditor. The 2 policies there in the middle, GB, CB, both deal with the new whistleblower law and the changes, more or less to have the 2 coincide together. And then the one at the end, the professional staff development opportunities, is essentially it forces some modifications to how we can offer professional development to our staff, and we can do that through dyslexia training, through local business externships, which is something we'll be exploring, which is a really neat opportunity. So,
thank you, Brent and Deborah. Does anybody have any questions for either Brent or Deborah concerning our policy committee? There being none, I'll move to the superintendent's data report. Dr. Moss.
The first one on the list is health and dental plan update. Dr. Langford.
As we've indicated in the past, we've had some major claims, and so if you did comparative work, which I always do, is go back and look at what our claims were. And the good thing is our claims are now getting back in line. The fund balance that we had a year ago, we had $5.6 million. As of this statement, when we closed last month, it was $4.4 million. So the drop that we talked about, you were going to see is there. But since this has been generated, next month you will see that we had an $800,000 reinsurance check that came our way. So it puts us back, as far as our fund balance is concerned, in pretty good shape. So overall, it continues to track. We get claims every Monday morning. They've kind of settled back in. This past Monday was just a little bit higher than what we had seen last week, but it seems like it's back on a more even keel now. So again, you're provided the detailed report that Shelley puts together, and you can look at it from the standpoint of expenditures and the revenue, and it goes back and does comparison back to the months over the last 24 months if you want a corresponding month in 2 fiscal years ago. So if you have any questions, we'll be glad to try to respond.
And then the next one is financial statements.
We continue to ask Eric if he would, to jump to the one that we came up with a couple of years ago that gives us a snapshot version of the comparison of where we were last year, both expense and revenue-wise. There's all the detailed reports you'll be seeing. If we go one more, Eric. One more. Let's try one more. There we go. That's the one that, to me, is our snapshot version. So it looks like our revenues are coming in as have been planned. Our expenditures are pretty well planned. I knew I was going to forget. We did see in the incidental fund, we are spending about $900,000 or so more than a year ago at this time. The other funds are everything. There are no surprises there. Shelley, tell me again now what happened in that incidental fund?
That was insurance being paid, debt liability insurance being paid all up front this time, and
something about food service.
Food service. We in the past we've been writing off. We had like an inventory, and now we've been paying. Now we're paying everything, expensing everything immediately when it's purchased. So we're seeing that happen this year differently from what it's been in the past.
So what we used to do is carry an inventory, so we would buy it, and then we would come back on the inventory, so it would elevate the fund balance. So now it's gone. We still track it, know where it goes, but that did tend to skew the expenditures there. But overall, we're not seeing anything that's unusual or out of line.
Thank you, Doctor. Shelley, thank you. Does anybody have any questions concerning our financial statements?
And the last one under Superintendent Data Report is Enrollment Report. And if we have transitioned to Power School, we feel good about our numbers that you have in your board packet tonight in terms of average daily membership. And you can see at the bottom that we've been tracking that in 20-day periods. And the good news is that you see we're up just about 100 or so students. And in our last 20-day period, 124 students. So our membership is up. What we are a little concerned that's reflected here is while we are up in membership, our average daily attendance appears to be down about 1.33%. But we are not firm on this yet because we've had cleanup to do with how the system has treated our virtual online school learners. So we still have some cleanup to do, particularly at secondary. So I think, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will see that improve some, but it is a worry because we are paid on average daily membership, and not only from a revenue side, but also just a student learning side, which is first and foremost while we're here, we need kids here at school. So if our attendance is indeed a bit lower percentage-wise than it was last year, we want to address that as quickly and as effectively as we can. But we're feeling better about the numbers that are presented to you tonight.
Thank you, Doctor. Does anybody have any questions for Dr. Moss concerning our enrollment report? Pat, do we have any public comments this evening?
Not this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. That moves us to our consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll
Thank you,
second
Mike.
that.
Thank you, Deborah. It's been moved and seconded we approve our consent agenda as presented. Please vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. That moves us to our regular agenda and our accounts payable. Dr. Langford.
As we continue to give you a complete report that lists every check that's written that we're asking you to approve tonight, what we talked about before were then the finance report. These checks now will show up next month and where we are, but the main thing is if we look at where our expenditures were this month compared to a year ago, you have payroll, and it doesn't track every month identical depending on what the expenditures are, but we usually spend about $6 million a month, and if you look at mine, the lion's share is on our staff salaries and benefits, and then the others, the other instructional and support, but those are the electricity, everything as far as operations are in that fund. So when you look at that, the size of Joplin Schools, the size of its overall budget, then we feel very good that the bills that we're presenting tonight are well within the budget.
Thank you, Dr. Langford. Do we have a motion to approve our accounts payable?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mike. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Brent. It's been moved and seconded that we approve our accounts payable as presented. Please vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. That moves us to Eureka Math Summer Professional Development. Sarah Mwangi.
Yes, very excited to share with you. I've been working with Great Minds this fall. On the past 2 summers, we have taken cohorts of teachers out of town to attend training. That has been hotel costs, travel costs, meal reimbursement. It's been quite the logistical operation. They have graciously agreed and given us a very reasonable quote to come locally to us. So this summer, pending your approval tonight, they will be coming to us in Joplin. We not only are going to offer the basic training to get those who have not been able to travel the past 2 summers and our new teachers, but also we're going to do 1 day of advanced training. The 2 cohorts have asked for that. They're ready for another push, so it will be some grade level band work that they're going to be doing. And another interesting point, within our region, there is a desire of outside districts possibly attending as well. So I will be working to give our people the opportunity first, but there are districts in our region that are interested in sending teachers who have also adopted Eureka Math.
Thank you, Sarah. Does anybody have any questions for Sarah concerning Eureka Math?
Would that help offset some of our costs?
It will help offset some of the cost. And I might add, bringing them locally is going to save us quite a bit of money. We are right at a similar price without including any of the hotel or any of that cost associated. So it's going to save us quite a bit of having them come locally.
Sarah, would this put all teachers in some level of Eureka training? Or
they will have the option, it will be summer, so they will have the option to sign up, but any teacher that has not attended yet will have that opportunity to sign up for the summer. The advanced training will only be for the 2 cohorts who have already attended the basic training, is who would attend the advanced.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the Eureka Math Summer Development.
Thank you, Mike.
second?
Thank you, Dr. Ford. It's been moved and seconded that we approve this purchase for this professional development. Please vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. Flooring and installation project at Royal Heights Elementary. Dr. Saketa.
As you know, you have approved for the 2019-20 school year about $166,000 in asbestos removal throughout the district, and we have about a 10-year plan to really minimize that throughout the district. We've identified some areas over at Royal Heights we would like to take care of. There's not a problem with it right now as far as the asbestos itself, because we check those twice a year. We have our people out to check them, but we just want to eradicate the area. So that's exactly what we're doing. That was the plan. So you have in front of you bids for, I think it's 5 rooms, 4,000 square feet of floor tiles. Also, we'll go back into one of the custodial closets and take care of some floor tiles in there. And then also some of the tunneling with the old boiler system, which is the 705 linear feet of that. So we would like to recommend that you would approve this project for Gherkin Environmental for $43,500 to take care of that at Royal Heights as soon as possible.
Carrie, when will that be done? Children won't be in the building?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Just commenting, the spread in the bids is significant, you know, and so you hope that we've got somebody who is competent to handle the job.
We have used Gherkin several times in the past.
That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Dr.
Springfield. They have a long history in this. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good, and he would know because that was part of his duties in his former district. So,
but we don't talk about that.
I would move that we approve Gherkin Environmental in the amount of $43,500 for removal and disposal of asbestos.
Thank you for saving me, Bert.
To get Dr. Langford.
Thank you. Thank you for saving Dr. Langford. And thank you, Lori. It's been moved and seconded that we approve this purchase for these services. There being no further discussion, please vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you for keeping on top of that. I know that's,
We love you.
he knows that. We don't need to go there. We're going to request approval for a resolution for our April 7, 2020 school board election. Dr. Moss.
Yes. As you stated, it is Tuesday, April 7th, and I want to commend the board because if you look at your board packet under Strategic Plan Goal 2, you will see that we have a goal to involve stakeholders to become a team of empowered adults who are student-focused through their actions, resources, and continuous improvement. And I want to commend our board because I think we see evidence of that monthly, and you have become a team focused on those things. So with that, to notify we have an election coming up, the board must approve the resolution calling for the election. 3 directors will be chosen to serve as members of the board for 3-year terms. The first date of filing for school board candidate is Tuesday, December 17th at 8 a.m. And the closing date for candidate filing is Tuesday, January 21st at 5 p.m. Names of qualified candidates will be placed on the ballot in the order of filing, except for candidates filing on the first day. The district will determine by random drawing the order in which names of first day candidates will appear on the ballot. So with that, the administration recommends the Board of Education ratify the attached resolution calling for April 7th, 2020 election, approve the date of December 17th, 2019 as the first day of filing, and January 21st, 2020 as the last day of filing for school board candidate as required by law.
Thank you, Dr. Moss. Could you repeat that for anyone who didn't hear it?
No.
Okay. So, I would accept a motion to that effect, whatever she said.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Brent. It's been moved and seconded that we approve this resolution. Please vote.
Yes.
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 And yes, as a member of the school board, I would encourage our public to consider running for this office. It's an honor to serve, and we would invite all people interested in running. I don't know what the intentions are of our current sitting members as to whether they intend to run again. I'd encourage them to do so. But I really hope that people in our community recognize this opportunity, this need, and that you will put yourself to the task. That takes us to the policy updates for first reading.
Yes, and Brent Jordan gave us a synopsis of each of those policies. So administration would recommend first reading approval of the policies as presented.
Thank you, Dr. Moss. Do I have a motion for approval of the first reading?
Motion to approve.
Thank you,
Second.
Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Joseph and Dr. Ford have moved and seconded approval of these policy updates for first reading. Please vote.
Yes.
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 And yes. That brings us to our plus deltas. Dr. Moss.
Well, I would like to jump in with, speaking of professional development, which was the last policy on the list for first reading, we also need to think about board professional development. And we had discussed some new requirements in the fact that maybe we could meet and do it by webinar as a group. So I would encourage you guys to come to a possible date we might could do that, and we'll look at that for the new year.
Is there a deadline?
I don't believe there's a deadline, just this school year. We need to get it done.
Okay.
Way to go, team. Okay, we're going to get that done.
We need a deadline. We need
We need a little.
Can I propose
They're not deadlines.
maybe an hour before our next closed session?
That's probably a great idea. That would require us to meet at 5 o'clock, and that's something to consider. I'd ask everyone to look at their calendars to see if they might have availability in December.
That would be
for that
December
purposes.
17th.
How long is the
Is it an hour or 2 hours?
1 hour.
It's 1 hour.
Perfect. Good job,
And
Brent.
we will be here with the Schools Foundation from 4 to 5, so 5 to 6, 6 to 7. So you can count.
Sometimes it just
7 to
fits
10.
together.
I've always said Brent Jordan is amazing.
I think Pat might bring
That's not what I
food,
said.
perhaps. I don't know that.
We could
I
always,
mean, there's a chance.
you might call her before the meeting.
Okay, so my plus would be that we have set upon a date and a time.
Yes.
For board training of December 17th, 5 o'clock.
And Dr. Moss, Dr. Joseph doesn't have to do that. 'cause
That's
he's already
right,
done
because
that.
he's
Now he's just showing off.
Giddy up, Dr.
But he would no doubt want to join us.
So apparently Dr. Joseph will make it at 6. At any rate,
Dr. Joseph needs to bring food.
yeah. Well, he
Bring
did
some
this.
snacks.
Do it after March.
So I would offer the following pluses without deltas, and my pluses are twofold. I'd like to wish everyone here a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody in our audience, thank you for coming this evening. And probably as much fun as I'd like to offer a hearty congratulations and a big good luck to our Joplin Eagles.
Go Eagles.
We're going to be playing this Saturday in Columbia for a state championship. So good luck to them, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Can I add to that?
Please.
This bears sharing. As exciting as it was in St. Louis Saturday to watch our team win that semifinal game, I think the high point for me is I stood in front of our amazing student section with the Fort John Walt police officer that kind of stayed between our student section and the rest of the crowd. As we were departing the stands, he looked at Dr. G and I and said, "You have good kids." And so we were well represented on all fronts that night.
I would like to mention that I believe there were several busloads of folks from Joplin who attended that game, so I am indeed impressed and proud. So,
And the money that was donated by all the businesses that took place in that was amazing. The outpours,
And they're willing to
wonderful.
do it again.
Yep,
Buses are already
yep.
just signed the
I
last
think we need to be
paperwork.
proud and thank
It's
those
happened again.
companies.
so we want to thank the sponsors of our
stepped up.
buses
Yep.
and And thank the folks from Joplin who are filling those buses and cheering for our guys, our players.
And I've been noticing it on signs all around town.
Yes.
Yeah. Where
Great
they're saying
stuff.
good luck, Eagles, go Eagles. So,
And I want to celebrate Dr. G for setting the tone at the high school.
absolutely.
I agree.
It's great. Good leadership starts at the top.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And Sarah Mwangi, thank you for bringing Eureka here instead of us spending money to go to them.
You
That's
need
a
to go
good
and
use of
sell
our
it now
funds.
to other folks. And
Excited.
great.
I want to add that my son, who's a freshman, for 2 weeks talked about Dr. G's birthday and brought a T-shirt home, a Dr. G birthday T-shirt, and he was so proud of that. And so it's not just, I mean, it's an event. It was an event, and one that I know many kids were proud of. I also want to add to Dr. Moss's comment about our student section. We may have one of the best teams in the state football, we do, but we absolutely have the best student body. And I can point to a couple of facts from the game. But before I get to that, there were 190 kids on 4 buses. 190 kids, student body-wise. That's amazing. And it only cost them $5 to attend, and that's less than the price of the ticket. And they were fed twice. Just amazing. But the opposing crowd, they were disrespectful, tried to goad our kids into some confrontations, and our kids resisted, and they stayed positive, and that's just, it's amazing. It's
They
exciting.
stayed classy.
Absolutely.
Stay classy.
So
Great stuff. Justin, do you have something?
Very good.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Mike. You've had a good evening.
I'll
Thank
second.
you. Oh,
Lori, seconds. Please vote.
Yes.
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 And yes, thank you, everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's complicated.
Oh, ouch.